How to start an organic farm, a step-by-step guide. You may have always dreamed of living a life on a small organic farm, but you may be hesitant to take the plunge. After all, it can be a lot of work. Well, worry not. In this post, we are going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to start your very own organic farm. From choosing the right location to getting started with the planning process, we will cover everything you need to know in order to get started. By following our guide, you will have everything you need to get started on your own organic farm. So whether you are interested in starting a small plot of land or you are looking to take the plunge and start an entire farm, read on to learn how to start an organic farm. 1. What is an organic farm? An organic farm is a type of farm that practices organic farming methods. Organic farming refers to the use of natural processes, such as composting, to manage soils and enhance plant growth. Organic farming is believed to be more environmentally sustainable than traditional farming methods because they use fewer chemical pesticides and less water. To be certified as an organic farm, a property must meet certain standards, including a commitment to using organic practices and using only organic inputs, such as fertilizer. Certified organic farms can sell their products through the Organic Food Distribution Network, which is known as the organic food chain. If you're interested in starting an organic farm, there are a number of resources available to help you get started. You can search online for a guide to starting an organic farm, or you can contact a local organic farm association. 2. How does an organic farm work? The goal of an organic farm is to produce food that is free of synthetic chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, and other types of pollutants. This is done by following a variety of organic farming practices. One of the most important practices is crop rotation. This means that crops are not planted in the same area for more than 2 years. This helps to avoid the buildup of toxins in the soil. Another important practice is composting. This involves turning organic waste such as leaves, grass, and fruit peels into a valuable soil amendment. Compost helps to improve the soil's texture, fertility, and water retention. Finally, an organic farm must use natural fertilizers. These are made from plant-based ingredients, such as manure, compost, and seaweed. They help to improve the soil's nutrient levels and promote the growth of healthy plants. 3. What are the benefits of organic farming? There are many benefits of organic farming, the most popular of which is that it's better for the environment. It's also said to be more humane because it doesn't use any pesticides or herbicides. In addition, organic farming is said to be more efficient because it uses less land. Finally, organic crops are said to have a better flavor than their conventional counterparts. If you're interested in starting an organic farm, the first step is to decide what type of farm you want to operate. There are 3 main types of organic farms: small, mid-size, and large. Small organic farms are typically family-owned and operated and can produce up to 25 acres of crops. Mid-size organic farms are typically owned by corporations and can produce up to 500 acres of crops. Large organic farms are typically owned by multinational corporations and can produce up to 10,000 acres of crops. Once you've decided which type of farm you want to operate, the next step is to decide what type of crops you want to grow. There are 3 main types of crops: vegetables, fruits, and livestock. Vegetables are typically grown on small organic farms, mid-size organic farms, and large organic farms. Fruits are typically grown on small organic farms, mid-size organic farms, and large organic farms. Livestock is typically raised on large organic farms. Once you've decided what type of farm you want to operate, the next step is to decide what type of crops you want to grow. There are 3 main types of crops: vegetables, fruits, and livestock. Vegetables are typically grown on small organic farms, mid-size organic farms, and large organic farms. Fruits are typically grown on small organic farms, mid-size organic farms, and large organic farms. Livestock is typically raised on large organic farms. 4. How to start an organic farm. Organic farming is becoming more and more popular every day, as people become more aware of the environmental and health benefits of eating organic. It's not hard to start an organic farm, as long as you have the right tools and know-how. In this article, we will show you how to start an organic farm step by step. First, you will need to find a piece of land that you want to use for your farm. You can either buy an existing farm or find land that is available for rent. Once you have chosen your land, you will need to determine what kind of farming you want to do. You can either grow crops or raise livestock. Once you have decided on the type of farming you want to do, You will need to determine which tools you will need. You will need to purchase a tractor, a seeder, a plow, a harrow, a seed drill, and a hoe. You will also need to purchase a livestock feed, a fertilizer, and a pesticide. Once you have all of the tools and equipment necessary, you can start planting your crops. You will need to purchase a variety of seeds, and you will need to follow the instructions that come with the seeds. You will also need to water your plants regularly, and you will need to apply a fertilizer and a pesticide to your crops as needed. Once your crops have grown, you will need to harvest them. You will need to harvest the crops by hand, using a harvester, or using a tractor. You will also need to dry the crops before you store them. Once your crops have been harvested and dried, you will need to store them in a safe and secure location. You can either store the crops in a barn, a warehouse, or a garage. If you follow these steps, you will be able to start an organic farm. Organic farming is a great way to improve the environment and your health, and it is not hard to start. 5. What are the steps to starting an organic farm? There are a few key steps you need to take in order to start an organic farm. The first step is to research what you want to do. Do you want to raise animals, grow crops, or both? Once you know what you want to do, the next step is to get a permit. This will require you to submit an application, pay a fee, and have a soil test done. After you have your permit, the next step is to find a landowner. This can be done through online resources or by speaking with people you know. Once you have found a landowner, the final step is to come up with a plan. This will include things like figuring out how many acres you will need, what kind of crops you will grow, and what kind of livestock you will keep. Once you have your plan, the next step is to start building. 6. What are the responsibilities of an organic farmer? The responsibilities of an organic farmer vary depending on the size of the farm, but typically they include growing crops without synthetic pesticides, herbicides, or fungicides, providing pastured animals with natural feed and composting, or using green manure to improve soil health. Organic farming is becoming more popular every year as people become more aware of the environmental and health benefits. It may be something you're interested in exploring, so be sure to read the following guide to help get started. First, you'll need to decide what type of organic farming you would like to do. There are 3 main types of organic farming: intensive, transitional, and natural. Intensive organic farming is the most common and involves using synthetic chemicals to control pests and weeds. Transitioning organic farming is a middle ground between intensive and natural and involves using some synthetic chemicals, but the majority of the chemicals used are natural. Natural organic farming doesn't use any synthetic chemicals at all and is the most sustainable form of farming. Once you've decided what type of organic farming you would like to do, you'll need to figure out what kind of land you have available. Organic farmland typically requires more work than conventional farmland, but it's worth it because it's better for the environment and your health. Next, you'll need to get your organic certification. This can be done through a certifying agency or online. Once you have your certification, you'll need to get your organic certification number. You can then use this number to market your farm and products as organic. There is a lot to learn if you want to be an organic farmer, but with careful planning and a little elbow grease, you can start your own organic farm. 7. What are the challenges of starting an organic farm? There are many challenges to starting an organic farm. The first and most important challenge is finding land that is suitable for growing organic crops. Once you find the land, you must prepare it by removing any non-organic materials such as trees, rocks, and other plants. Once the land is prepared, you must plant the crops, water them, and protect them from pests and diseases. You must also monitor the crops and make sure they are growing properly. Another challenge is finding farmers who are willing to start an organic farm. Many farmers are unwilling to switch to an organic farming method because it is more difficult and takes more time. Additionally, it is difficult to find buyers for organic produce. Despite the challenges, starting an organic farm is a great way to help the environment and improve the quality of the food we eat. 8. What are the risks of starting an organic farm? There are a few risks associated with starting an organic farm, but the rewards can be great. Before you begin, be sure to do your research and consult with a professional to make sure you're taking the right steps. The main risks of starting an organic farm are the initial investment and the need for a lot of land. You'll need to come up with a good investment and be prepared to put in a lot of time and effort. You'll also need to be prepared for the long term, as an organic farm can take many years to pay off. The rewards of starting an organic farm are many. You'll be doing your part to help the environment and you'll be helping to feed people in need. You'll also be able to make a good living from your farm, which is something that isn't always easy to do. 9. How to manage an organic farm. An organic farm is a farm that practices organic farming. Organic farming is a farming system that uses natural inputs, such as manure, to help maintain soil fertility and improve plant health. It is different from conventional farming, which uses synthetic inputs, such as pesticides and fertilizers. There are many things to consider when starting an organic farm, such as soil health, invertebrate pests, plant variety, and water usage. In this article, we will discuss some of the most important aspects of managing an organic farm. Soil health is the most important aspect of managing an organic farm. Healthy soil is vital for the growth of plants, and can help to prevent soil erosion and improve water retention. To maintain soil health, you need to keep the following in mind. 1. Maintain a balanced soil composition. 2. Apply organic matter. 3. Mulch. 4. Till and rototill. 5. Use cover crop. 6. Use crop rotation. 7. Use livestock sparingly. 8. Use compost. 9. Use manure. 10. Use water wisely. By following these tips, you can ensure that your organic farm is healthy and productive. Another important aspect of managing an organic farm is invertebrate pests. Invertebrate pests include nematodes, beetles, mites, and Lepidoptera. These pests can damage crops, and can be difficult to control. To prevent damage from invertebrate pests, you need to follow these guidelines. 1. Use organic pesticides. 2. Use biological controls. 3. Use integrated pest management IPM. 4. Use crop rotation. 5. Use cover crop. 6. Use livestock sparingly. 7. Use compost. 8. Use water wisely. By following these guidelines, you can prevent damage from invertebrate pests and keep your organic farm healthy and productive. Another important aspect of managing an organic farm is plant variety. Plant variety is important because it allows you to select plants that are best suited for your climate and soil type. Selecting the right plant variety can help to prevent pests and diseases from attacking your crops, and can also result in increased yields. To select the right plant variety, you need to consider the following factors. 1. Soil type. 2. Climate. 3. Slope. 4. Sun exposure. 10. How to improve an organic farm. Starting an organic farm can be a great way to improve your environment and help protect the food you eat. It's also a great way to make some extra money. Here are some tips to help you get started. First, you'll need to decide what type of organic farming you want to do. There are 3 main types: small scale, medium scale, and large scale. Small scale organic farming is the most popular and is perfect for people who want to start their own farm. It's also the cheapest option. Medium-scale organic farming is the next most popular type of organic farming. It's perfect for people who have a large acreage and want to produce more than just crops. Large-scale organic farming is the most expensive type of organic farming, but it's also the most sustainable. It's perfect for people who want to produce organic products for the global market. Once you've decided what type of organic farming you want to do, you'll need to get started by choosing a location. You can either buy an organic farm or lease an organic farm. Once you've chosen a location, you'll need to get started by preparing the land. You'll need to clear the land, add organic matter, and prepare it for planting. Once the land is prepared, you'll need to choose the type of organic farming you'll be doing. There are 3 main types of organic farming: crop rotation, mixed farming, and continuous cropping. Crop rotation is the most common type of organic farming. It involves alternating between different crops. Mixed farming is a combination of crop rotation and continuous cropping. Continuous cropping is the most sustainable type of organic farming. It involves planting the same type of crop year-round. Once you've decided which type of organic farming you'll be doing, you'll need to get started by choosing a seed. You can either buy organic seeds or grow your own organic seeds. Once you've chosen a seed, you'll need to get started by planting the seed. You'll need to water the seed, cover it with soil, and wait for it to grow. Once the seed has grown, you'll need to harvest the crop. You can either sell the crop or use it for organic farming. Once you've harvested the crop, you'll need to clean the crop. We hope you enjoyed our video post about how to start an organic farm. Farming is a great way to add some green, healthy, organic food to your diet, and it's also a great way to help preserve the environment. In this post, we outlined the step-by-step process for starting your own organic farm. We hope that this guide was helpful, and please feel free to share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching. Share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching. Share it with your friends and family.